Hello, YouTube universe. This is Miss Max, and you're listening to Miss Max's Story Time. Thanks for tuning in today. It's Tuesday, October 9th. I'm excited. I am fulfilling the urges of my DNA. I'm reaching for more education on how to torture people without actually killing them to death. Almost dead, not all the way dead. So as you can tell, this is a adult entertainment channel. Please be adult if you're going to stay and listen. There are trigger warnings. I need to let you know that sometimes I will be telling the darker stories. That's not today, but I will warn you ahead of time, and I would advise that if you are sensitive and trigger easily, not to listen on those days, because there will be some dark stories. I didn't get this twisted by accident. And although I've worked through a lot of the trauma and terribleness and have come out the other side ready to torture others, consenting adults, that is, that's not to say that some of my stories aren't pretty terrible. But on the darker, lighter side, I wanted to talk about my second play party. There was a beautiful dom. She was Asian, that let me encroach upon her scene because she liked my laugh, and we were squishing her participants' nutsack with an acrylic nut crusher. He is into the cock and ball torture. Now remember, I was doing cock and ball torture on various boyfriends, husbands, and other participants long before I knew it had a name, and enjoyed it thoroughly. The same with the biting. Love to bite. Have loved to bite ever since, I can remember. My play partners, husbands, and other participants were not necessarily into it as much as I was, but now that I'm on this journey, my teeth are welcome as part of the play edition, depending on the negotiation. So, I wanted to talk about the second play party and encroaching on that beautiful dom scene. She was doing the cock and ball torture, like I was saying. We enjoyed each other and played off of each other's laughter. And basically, she was instructing me on how to do some things. She handed me a rubber glove at one point, and that was a lot of fun, actually playing and participating. Squishing. Oh, I got pictures. They're not mine to share, but I will share them with the participant whose balls were squished. That was a lot of fun. That was so much fun. I did a handstand. I wore my lady cock, and at the end of the evening, I even had it sucked. Now, I want you to know that 3 men, including Mr. Ball Squished, had expressed interest in sucking my cock, but I knew that by the end of the evening, once that was a done deal, I would need to go because, I would have blown my load, and quite like a man, it was time for me to go to sleep. I don't have any gender identity issues as far as, do I think I'm a man? No. This life, I definitely have a vagina, and I'm definitely a woman, but the whole past life thingy is something that I'll probably be talking about another time, because I'm sure I have owned a cock in a different life, and have always been fierce as fuck. So I am cussing a little bit today. Sorry about that. I will cuss once in a while. I was raised in a household where it was appropriate and necessary, and that's how I learned to live. But I can fit into almost any situation. However, this is my channel, and I want to attract as many people as I can and keep as many viewers as I can interested. So I will try to be mindful of too much cussing. So I was sporting my lady cock, and had 3 participants interested in, sucking me to completion, and I wasn't ready until the end of the evening, at which time 2 of the 3 had fallen off. They were not patient, and so I had a cute kid, 20 something, get on his hands and knees in front of God and everybody and blow me. And I got to stroke his throat, and if I had nuts, they would have exploded down his throat. So it was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I don't know what else to say except for after he was finished, I gave him a hug. I think it made him uncomfortable. You know, doms need aftercare too, and I could have cuddled him and bounced him up and down on my knee a little bit because, you know, I love that. And but he ran away. He had a dom. He was afraid that she would get jealous, and I don't know what makes him think that she's going to get jealous, because I asked her, would it be okay? She said, yes, of course. I play with him, but he's not mine. So, but he had to make sure that he wasn't stepping on anybody's toes. You got to respect that. And afterward, I took off my ladycock and washed it off, took off my harness and put it in my bag, grabbed all my stuff, and I was out of there. I intend to go back, but here's the problem. I'm not paying any more entry fees. No. If somebody doesn't offer to pay my fees, I'm not, number one, going to play with them, because I am the woman. Now, what happened to old-fashioned dating? I'm not really sure. I think it might have been feminism. I'm not entirely sure, but I still am a lady. Whether or not I sport a ladycock or beat the crap out of people for fun or for a living or for anything, I'm still the lady, and I want to be treated as such. I want to be treated like they give a crap about my well-being and reputation. And that's the truth. So I'm looking for sponsors. I want sponsors and participants in my playtime. So if a sponsor pays for my class, say my caning class or my rope class, then we'll practice together. So practice participants, not casual play partners. I'm not doing that. I did let somebody worship my feet, and that was great and all, but there was a promise at the end of that play that was not fulfilled by him. And there was another one who wanted to pay my entry fee to suck my cock, but he was in a hurry, and I'm not going to be rushed. So, you know, I'm taking my time and sussing this out and making sure that my boundaries are followed, and learning to seek consent and follow other people's boundaries, learning negotiation. What I really love is that the play parties do not include a whole lot of sex, which, you know, is a new concept for me, since I love to fuck and I love sex and I love everything about it, mostly just straight sex. But this has really been putting sex in a different light for me, and bondage, discipline, sadism, masochism, fetishes, kinks, all that in different categories. And I do love my labels and boxes, and I'll be writing a story about that very soon that I will share with you. Until then, have a wonderful day, and just know that I'm thinking about you and all the devious ways that we could have fun together. Okay, talk to you later.